Hello, hello, hello. You are listening to the No Brainers Empowering Possibilities Show. These are dialogues of encouragement with fresh perspectives, invitations to ahas, a little bit of science, a dash of behavioral psychology, skills, and a whole lot of creative fun. So if Lovely Enough is on your radar, my friend, you are at the right show. I'm your host, Roseanne Marsh, the author of the teen and parent empowerment curriculum called Level Up Empowering Possibilities. And you are listening to episode number 34, The Secret Door of Meditation. I am so excited today because I have my friend Graciela Stephens here, and we refer to her as the meditation expert. And she has a personal story as to why she got into meditation. And I think you'll be interested in hearing today, learning a little bit about why you should be meditating, where you should be meditating, how you should be meditating, and really, if you haven't made this a practice, a way to tiptoe into it in a big way and see the benefits that it has. So thank you, Graciela, for being part of the show today. I'm so excited that you're here. So I didn't really introduce you other than the meditation expert, but there's a reason that you got into meditation, though. Why? And so tell our listening audience, what brought you into the meditation world?
So I was looking for peace all my life. I was looking for peace that will help me to go through a very difficult marriage, a marriage of 25 years. And I was just looking for answers. I was looking for to have peace no matter what, like the circumstances were in my marriage, or we always have challenges. So I wanted to have that peace. So one day I was reading an article, and in this article it says that I'm gonna read it for you because I really like it. So it says, I think we pay too little attention to the value of meditation, a principle of devotion. Meditation is the language of the soul. It is defined as a form of private devotion or a spiritual exercise, consisting in deep, continued reflection on some religious theme. Meditation is a form of prayer. Meditation is one of the most secret, most sacred doors through which we pass into the presence of the Lord. And when I read this, I was like, I need to know more about meditation because it was so powerful. It was like telling me this is the door, this is the secret door that you're gonna open, and you're gonna discover a new whole level of being and seeing things. So I went everywhere, like in the internet, and look for, how can I meditate? How can I go into this deeper level of being? And I found all kinds of meditation exercises, and I started with like a guided meditation, and I started like for doing like 10-15 minutes, and those 10-15 minutes it really recharged my soul. Like I was like sad, or I was going through a difficult circumstance, and I wanted to see it in a different with different eyes. So then I started doing this 10 minutes meditation. It took me a lot of time to concentrate because I, like in all the information that I find, some people will say like when you're meditating, you have to shut down your mind and don't think about anything. But it was difficult for me. So then later I found out that, your mind cannot stop thinking. That's what your mind does. It's like telling your heart to stop beating. So then I was like, oh, okay. Then I discovered that what I was doing with meditation, it was like trying to control my thinking, the way that I was, or my thoughts. I was trying to organize what I was thinking and organize better questions. And then after that, then I learned more to listen, because that's one of the questions that I get, like, what is meditation? And meditation is a form where you can concentrate, when you can listen, the spirit, you can listen what are those answers that you're looking for.
So if I'm hearing you right, then we don't have to shut down our thoughts, but you said you were organizing your thoughts. So when those thoughts started coming into your mind, how did you start organizing them? I mean, were you judging them? Were you trying to push them away? I mean, what did you do with your thoughts?
Sometimes, we tend to think what is going to happen in the future, and then we go into fear, because what is our thoughts are telling us, oh, this is what is gonna happen to you, and then you start thinking. But what I do is, like, I stop and I say, okay, I count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I reorganize what I'm thinking, because and that has stopped me for continue to think on what is making me fearful, and then I can do the meditation.
So after you counted to 5, or count down,
yeah,
that reorganizes your thoughts. So don't they say that if you're thinking about the past, so if you're thinking about the past, it's depression. If you're thinking of the future, you can go into anxiety.
mm-hmm.
So the idea is to be in a state of the present, which isn't that a form of mindfulness?
Yes.
So what's the difference between mindfulness and meditation, or are they related?
Yeah, they're related, and mindfulness is like just being present without thinking about the past or the future, but just enjoying the present. If you're like listening music, just enjoy that instead of like thinking about what happened to you or what is going to happen to you. Or like if you're eating, just enjoy what you're eating without having the anxiety of the past or the future. So yeah, that's the difference. And then the meditation is like the action of like really concentrating and calm yourself and being with yourself in a state of peace. And also, a lot of people ask me if you can be in a state of meditation when you're in a crowd, like lots of like busy stuff. Like we know we live in a busy life, like everything is chaotic and everything. You go to restaurants and it's like noisy and where you go, but you can be in a state of meditation. As much as you practice, later you're gonna see that when you're in a busy place, you can become totally like you can be kind of separate from that noisy world. And that's what I was trying to do. Like even if I was having challenges with my life, I wanted to separate that. Like I wanted to feel still that I have peace, that I have myself without making me stressed or fearful or stressed.
Well, and there's so many benefits from meditating, but isn't that one of the biggest ones is when we put our body in the parasympathetic by being able to calm ourselves, like you said, like you could be in chaos, but yet you can get into a place of calm. Mm-hmm. That's taking us from the sympathetic, which is the fight or flight, which is the cortisol and all that, into that parasympathetic that changes our body chemistry even, right? Mm-hmm. So if we can change our body chemistry, think of all the benefits that can happen. So you were finding peace. Obviously, you were taking yourself out of fight or flight. What are some other benefits of meditation?
So some of the other benefits, because when you're in the state of meditation, you can go in a deeper level, which they call it delta. And in this level, you can you're not sleeping, you're aware of what is happening, but you are accessing the spirit, your higher spirit, because your higher spirit is like more wise, and you're accessing this information, then you can have answers. You can, react to the problems that you have in a better way, in a more wise way. Like, we tend to want to control everything that is happening around us, and we don't understand what is happening. But if we really can access that place where we can receive those answers, then we can understand better, and we will react better to the circumstances with our children, if we have children, with our co-workers, with friends, with family. Like, we can understand better what are the answers and how can we act better to those circumstances.
So meditation is also that large source of inspiration and intuition then.
Yeah.
When you can get into that delta.
There's, like Rosanne was saying, there's more creativity in that space, but also we can heal our body better, because you're, like sleeping, they say when you're sleeping, you're recovering and your body is recovering and it's healing. But when you're in that state of the delta level, then your body can heal faster and better, especially if you concentrate in what is going on. Like, when you do a scan of your body and you discover that something is hurting, then maybe that pain was there for a long time, but you're busy and you're not even aware of it. But then when you're meditating, you're aware, you're scanning your body, you're aware of like even your organs are telling you, like, hey, put attention over here. And then, so then you can heal better. And for kids, like, it's really good. Teach them to meditate, because they can have better grades and they can stand out from your pressure. And so those are some of the benefits.
How do I first get into meditating? What's the first things I could do? I know I've heard about breath work, that's a good way to keep you from, well, they call it the monkey mind.
Yeah.
But for those who have never really meditated before, and this is their first, how do they get into it? Where do you start?
So where do you start meditating? Like, it's super simple. It's more simple than you can think. So you start just by closing your eyes, because by closing your eyes, what you're gonna do is, like, you're gonna just block all the distraction that you have, and close your eyes, and then just breathe. Allow yourself to listen how you breathe, to count even the how many breaths did you do in 1 minute, and just concentrate in your breath. And then start scanning, from head to toe, like relaxing, trying to relax your forehead. Like, every part of your body has like so many muscles, and it's incredible when you allow them to relax. You can feel, like, if you say, okay, relax your head, and then you can feel the muscles, your hair, like, kind of like, oh, okay, I can, she's telling me I can relax now. And relaxing your eyes, and sometimes they're heavy. Like, even if I say relax your shoulders, you will be like, dropping your shoulders and allow yourself to relax your heart, and your arms and everything. So you will feel, and your body will feel that, because you're allowing your body to relax. So that's how you can start practicing meditation, like, super simple. And well, if you want to, to put some music, some relaxed music, you can do it. So these are some of the questions that people ask me about meditation. And one of the questions is, for how long did you meditate? So I started meditating for like 5 minutes, and because it was difficult for me to concentrate and stop thinking, because I didn't know that you really don't have to stop thinking. And so when I was doing that, it took me like a lot of time like trying to concentrate. But then I went to 15 minutes and I really enjoy that time. My really, really good, time for meditate is 20 minutes because I'm a mom and I know, you're busy, but like 5, 10, 15 minutes, anything that you can do to just relax and concentrate and meditate is really good. Like if you're sick, you can do it 3 times a day, just to try to heal whatever you need to heal. 5, 10, or 15 minutes. That's how much I enjoy, meditating, depending of how much time do you have during the day. But also I can meditate for longer. Like sometimes, more than an hour, you feel so recharged. You don't even want to go to your daily life. So it's kind of a little dangerous too, because you want to be in that place of peace. So that's one of the questions. The other question is, where do you meditate? So you can meditate outside, like if it's, if you have your favorite tree in the backyard, or if you can go to the park, or you can go somewhere where you can have contact with nature. It's very, very healing to do your meditation out. Also, if you don't have time to go, to the park, then you can do it at home. But I suggest that you have a specific place, your favorite couch or your closet, and where you can, I have in my closet a special carpet, and I just go there in my closet, and I have some candles, and I have oils, and all that prepares me to tell my brain and my body that it's time to meditate. And music, like you can do it with music or without music, but that's, if you create that space where you can meditate and that you're gonna be in peace in there, that really helps your mind and your body. What is the other question that they asked me? When do you meditate? So you can meditate, really early in the morning, and that will create a habit, because, creating a habit of meditating, it's just like do it every day. It doesn't matter. Like, and if you can, put a sticky note and say, this is my meditation time, or you can put in a sign in the door, like meditating, son, and so your kids or your family know that, they're not allowed to talk to you during that time, 10 to 10 minutes. Also, with empty stomach, it's a really good time for meditate. Your body is just not using that energy to process the food, so you have an empty stomach and you have more energy that can use in your brain on your meditation time. Well, we're gonna do a little exercise. So like I say, you don't really need a lot. There's a lot of information in YouTube. There's meditations in YouTube that, maybe some music will help you more than other music. Maybe you don't like the sound of the ocean, or maybe you don't like the sound of the water, but there's so many, music and meditation that you can use. There's other guide meditation that they help you to kind of like scan your whole body, and there are other types of meditation. Just be aware and just be careful with what you're navigating in social media. So we're gonna do a little meditation. I like this music, but I like all kind of music, like guitar music. It calms me down, but water calms me down too. So okay, so now we're gonna just do a little exercise so you can see how you can relax yourself anytime. It's really easy, and this will calm you and put you in a state of peace. So let's do it. You just gotta close your eyes and gently you're gonna Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now we're gonna move from head to toe, relaxing each part of our body. So relax your head, your forehead, your eyes, your nose, your cheeks, your mouth, relax your neck, your shoulders, your chest, your stomach, your hips, your legs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, your feet, your toes, you keep inhaling and exhaling. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes gently. And using your five senses, just to finish with this relaxation, you can feel gratitude vibrating all of your body. And just count 3 things that you are grateful for today. a really easy relaxation that you can do anytime, and it will just really take you 5 minutes to do it. So you can start with just 5 minutes. So remember, you using meditation is just the art or concentrating of like letting go and organize your thoughts, and just try to have that peace of mind. And I promise you that when you practice this every day, even if it's just for 5 minutes, you will feel very different, and it will be a habit. And you can start with 5 minutes, but I promise, like, if you go 10, 20, sometimes you want to be there for a long time, like more than an hour in that state of mind. This is really, really a secret door to go behind the sacred that our spirits have, and or higher spirit that you can communicate with. Remember, where you can meditate is up to you. You're a very creative person, so you can create your space, you can create your time, and how do you want to do it, either in your backyard or in your home using your favorite chair. So it's up to you. You design your own time and your own meditation. The best time of the day is early in the morning, but really you can do it anytime, like when you feel overwhelmed, and you can just go in that secret space to calm you down, and just put a sign on your door that you are in a meditation state, so nobody can interrupt your time. So the exercise that we did is like just like a super easy to do it. Remember, you close your eyes, you start focusing on your breath, and then from that state, because you're calming down yourself, you're scanning your body, like where, like you're giving your body permission to relax. And then when you're in that state of relaxation, you can ask questions right there. Like you can organize your thoughts. You can, talk like whatever you want to say, or like whatever is in your mind. And if you have any concerns, after that, you can just wait for answers. So it is important that you really, in that state of peace, you can just be aware of your spirit, and then just wait for answers. You always receive answers, even if the question that you are asking is complex. You're always gonna receive an answer, even if the answer is not the time to receive the answer, or be patient. So many times I received that answer, like, be patient. But this is how I interpret it, because I'm a mom, and like sometimes my kids ask me for things, and sometimes I cannot give them the things. Like if my kid asks me for a car and he doesn't even have a driver's license, I'm gonna say, no, you cannot have a car right now. You need to go through a process, and when you have your driver's license, maybe you can have a car. So sometimes we receive those answers where we're like, you cannot have it right now. You need to go through some things before you have what you want. Because sometimes we want things like right away, but it's a process, and we need to go through a process sometimes to learn lessons that are invaluable. So you just wait for the answer, and then you will receive always the answer. Remember, meditation will help you more with your creativity, with your compassion, with your health. You be more in tune to resolve the problems and challenges that you have during the day. Most of us, like, we have to deal with children, with a couple, with friends, with family. And I can tell you enough, like, how this practice, like, if you do it every day, and like I do it in the morning, it's like my first thing that I do in the mornings is meditate at least for 10-20 minutes. And I can tell you that really this is, for me, this is a door that I open. And when I go through this door, it just sets me for a better day. That I can make better decisions. My mind is more clear, and I'm more creative. And this is something that it really helped me through difficult times. I can tell you enough. Like, if I wasn't practicing meditation for now 7-8 years, I couldn't go through what I went through with my difficult marriage and my difficult divorce. And this is just amazing. And I promise, if you practice and if you start a habit of going into this secret space, you will receive so many blessings and benefits from this practice.
Now you can see why I asked Graciela to join us today and to teach you about meditation. And it truly is an important piece. It's a tool that we can put in our tool belt. At Level Up Empowering Possibilities, we have meditation throughout a lot of the skill building, because it is one of those ways for us to be able to control our emotions, our feelings, our anxiety level, our stress, our the cortisol in our bodies. Again, it puts you in that parasympathetic from the sympathetic. And as Graciela said, it puts you into a place where you can access answers. And if there's any time when we need direction that isn't being fed to us from the outside world, it is now. Now is the time. And so what she offered you today may seem simple, but it's simply powerful. And when we put this in practice, we can see quantum leaps in our life and changes. Like we say, if you always do what you've always done, you're always going to get what you always got. Well, this, if you haven't started a practice of meditation, tiptoe into this. And are there some meditations online that they should look for? You said Wayne Dyer had one, and there was something interesting about that one. What was it?
He has one in YouTube, and I think Rosanna is gonna give you the link. But he recreate the sounds of nature. Not him, but like a team that was specialized in music. They recreate the sound when Moses was talking with Heavenly Father in wilderness, and he recreate all the sounds that were happening there, and it's amazing. So you have to check that one. Those kind of are like guide meditations where they go through your life. Like, maybe you need to forgive, so they focus on forgiveness, and others focus on visualizing things that you want, like how do you want your day to be, and you visualize in the morning or the day before, how do you want to be your day to be the next day, like I want to be have an amazing day and a blessed day. So you visualize that the day before. So that's another very powerful type of meditation. Other ones is just music, so you are allowed to just organize your thoughts. The other one that is super easy is the one that we just did, because then you can just scan your body, and like, if you, sometimes we're so busy that we don't put attention to what is happening with our body, and maybe we have a pain and we're just kind of like letting it pass, like, oh, that's nothing. But when you meditate, that a specific part of your body is kind of asking for help. And then if you put attention, you know what is going on with that part of your body, and then you can prevent it for being more. I have a friend that he's always in pain, and I'm like, are you like, did you already check what is going on? And she's like, no, it will pass, it's nothing. But then it results in a bigger situation, bigger problem. So if we put attention at an early stage, we can prevent more trouble.
It's kind of like that child that wants your attention, you know, and the child is like begging, like, hey, pay attention to me, pay attention to me. And if we just keep ignoring them, it gets worse and worse and worse. Or they go away temporarily and then they come back around later. And sometimes it comes back even worse.
Yes.
But have you felt like when you talk to your body, how do you know that you're getting a response?
Like I say, the more you practice this state of mind, you're gonna know. Like this is something that becomes in your heart. Like just your spirit, you know, like the spirit will tell you, and you will hear. Like maybe the answers that you get are not like something that you can like listen,
Audibly
hear it. But maybe I come and Rosanne tells me, you know, I hear this, and then there's my answer, and I'm like, oh, I have it the same thing, and that's my answer. Or you know, like if you watch something and you're like, oh, you know, this is what I was asking, and I just received the answer.
I think you just mentioned a really key thing too, because there's science behind all of this too, right? The reticular activating system that's in the middle of our brain is one that helps us pay attention to things. It reminds us that, oh, this is important to you. So if we are taking our questions in meditation, first of all, stilling our mind, being still in a time of chaos is a huge skill, and it's one that we have, like any muscle that we build at the gym. We have to try it. We have to keep doing it to build that muscle. But then to be able to tell our brain and still it enough, and our body's telling us something, and it's like, oh man, I do have that pain. I wonder what that is. With the reticular activating system in our brain actually goes out there and tries to find the answer for us, so that when an answer is out there, which has been out there all the time, but we just haven't been paying attention, it's like, oh wait, you know, that situation just came up with my body, so hey, maybe that's a solution for me. I don't know, I just wanted to put a plug in for the science, because there's a lot of science behind it. We have incredible bodies, incredible brains. I am just so grateful that you were able to share her talent. I mean, she lives and breathes this, guys. That's why she's here. And it's a skill that we want everyone to know. And in the Level Up Empowering Possibilities, one of the skills, like I said, is meditation. But it's because we want to be able to consciously create our lives. We can let life either push us back and forth and we just go with the flow, or we make the decision, or we come up with the solutions, and we go forward towards our target and our goal. So if you have not had a chance to go back and listen to episodes number 32 and 33 on breath work, when you combine the breath work with the meditation, those are two power game changers that you have to have in your tool belt of life. So thank you, Graciela, for coming today.
Thank you.
And thanks to all of you for joining us. And make sure you tune in, because we've got some more amazing things coming up. You never know when Graciela is going to pop back in with another meditation, because she knows some really cool ones. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.